students, two vectors can be added mathematically by using two laws. The first law is triangle law of vector addition. This law states that if two vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction by the two sides of a triangle taken in an order, then its resultant, that means its sum, is represented both in magnitude and direction by the third side taken in opposite order. This is a triangle of vector addition. I am explaining it here. If there are two vectors A and B, so I have drawn first vector A, then from the tip of vector A I have drawn vector B. So this means taken in an order. Now the third side of triangle, this side, taken in opposite order. That means from this to this, this gives the resultant of A plus B. Two vectors, two sides of triangle, if they represent two vectors both in magnitude and direction, this magnitude and direction, then the third side taken in opposite order gives their sum, that resultant. This is your triangle of vector addition. Let the two vectors P and Q be represented both in magnitude and direction by the two sides OA and AB of a triangle OAB. This vector P is represented by side OA both in magnitude and direction, and vector Q is represented by side AB taken in the same order. This is known as order. Then their resultant is represented by third side. Their sum is represented by third side, this OB taken in opposite order. And if theta is the angle between both the vectors P and Q, this theta is the angle between vector P and Q. Mind it, this is not the angle between vector P and Q. This is angle because this is the direction of vector P and this is the direction of vector Q. So this theta is the angle between vector P and Q. I have dropped perpendicular from B. See here, this is the perpendicular drop. This is 90 degree. Taking triangle OBC and using Pythagoras theorem, OB square is equal to OC square plus CB square. OC square plus CB square. Now this OC I can write as OA plus AC. I have written here OA plus AC whole square plus CB square. Using the formula OA square plus AC square plus 2OA AC plus CB square. Now AC square plus CB square. This AC square plus CB square, it becomes AB square. So I have replaced this by AB square. So this is OA square plus AB square plus 2OAAC. Now we know OA, it is P. We know AB, it is Q. This OA we know, but AC we don't know. Okay. Taking triangle ABC. So ABC cos theta is AC upon AB. So from this we find out AC is AB cos theta. So put in the value of AC here. So this becomes OA square plus AB square plus 2OA AB cos theta. Put in the values. This is R square, P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. We have got R square is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So R is equal to under root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So this is the formula to find out resultant of two vectors where angle between them is theta. This theta is the angle between both the vectors P and Q. So by using this formula you can find out the resultant of two vectors where angle between them is theta degree. So this gives you the magnitude. Now we are talking about vector, we have to give the direction also. Suppose this resultant is making angle alpha with vector P. So again from this triangle OBC, tan alpha I have taken. Tan alpha is perpendicular BC upon OC. Again BC, OC I have written as OA plus AC. It's OA plus AC. Now BC, using triangle ABC, sin theta is BC upon AB. So BC becomes AB sin theta. Similarly, cos theta is AC upon AB. So we got AC is AB cos theta. Putting this value here, BC is AB sin theta, OA left, AC is AB cos theta. Now AB is Q, so this is becomes Q sin theta, P plus Q cos theta. So alpha becomes tan inverse of Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. So using this formula, we can find out its angle. What is the angle which is making it? It is making with vector P. So this gives you the magnitude, and this gives you the direction of the vector, resultant vector. Second law is parallelogram law of vector addition. This law states that if two vectors are represented both in magnitude and direction by the two adjacent sides of parallelogram, this is a parallelogram drawn. Two vectors are represented both in magnitude and directions by the two adjacent sides of parallelogram drawn from a point. So vector P and vector Q, they are represented by OA and OB. Then the resultant is given both in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of the parallelogram drawn from the same point. Now, as you know, parallelogram has got two diagonals. So vector P and vector Q, its resultant is given by that diagonal which is drawn from the same point. That means this diagonal OC represents the resultant of P and Q. The formula remains same. Resultant R is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2 PQ cos theta. If alpha is the angle that resultant makes with vector P, alpha is tan inverse Q sin theta upon P plus Q cos theta. This is simply the another form of law of triangle only, because if this is OB and vector Q, now this side is parallel to OB and it is equal also to this, I can replace by Q also. This side, this is Q. If I take one vector, another vector, the third side of triangle. So this is another form of law of triangle only. But way of representing this, in this way represent in the form of parallelogram, in that way represent by triangle. This is parallelogram law of vector addition. Unit vector. A vector whose magnitude is unity is called unit vector. When we divide a vector by its magnitude, we get unit vector. A vector divided by its magnitude gives unit vector. Now this unit vector is represented by cap. A cap means what? Unit vector A. Unit vector A is obtained by dividing vector A by its magnitude. This represents the magnitude of vector A. When we divide any vector by its magnitude, what do we get? We get value 1 and direction remains same as that of that vector A. This cap represents unit vector. Orthogonal unit vectors. Unit vectors along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, they are represented by I cap, j cap and k cap respectively. Means along x-axis unit vector, this represents I, j cap represents unit vector along y-axis and k cap represents unit vector along z-axis respectively. Here all the three unit vectors, they are mutually perpendicular to each other. Therefore they are known as orthogonal unit vectors. We have seen addition of vectors. Now we will see resolution of vector. And we will see rectangular components. It is opposite of vector addition. Till now we are adding two vectors. Now we will break up a given vector into two components. If a vector is resolved into two vectors whose combined effect is same as that of a given vector, then the resolved vectors are called component of the given vector. So resolution is what? Breaking up a vector. Now take an example here. Suppose we have been given a vector R. We have to find its two component, rectangular component we have to find out. We have to break it along two components which are mutually perpendicular to each other. If vector R, and suppose its angle is theta with x-axis. If I take this vector as AX and this as AY, if I use the law of parallelogram, so these are two sides of a parallelogram OBCA. These are two vectors. Then the diagonal represents its sum. Therefore, we can write as AX plus AY gives R. That was addition. Now we are resolving vector. R vector becomes AX plus AY. These AX and AY, they are the two rectangular components which together will give you the vector R. AX and AY. Now AX I have taken along x-axis and AY along y-axis. So this I can write as AXI. What is I? It is the unit vector along x-axis. This I can write as AYJ. AY means magnitude multiplied by unit vector, that gives vector AY. This is AYJ. Now if this is R, if you want to find the value of AX in terms of R, using this triangle, R cos theta becomes AX. Similarly, we get R sin theta equal to AY. These are two components, r cos theta along x-axis and r sin theta along y-axis. If we square and add it, we get this result. R square is equal to ax square plus ay square. So r is equal to ax square plus ay square. So these ax and ay, they are known as the vectorial components for vector r. This plus this will give you vector r. So this is resolution of vector. So this result we can resolve in 2D. I have explained you along x-axis and y-axis. If we want in three dimensions, then same result we can written as r is equal to axi plus ayj plus azk. So this is the component along z-axis, and the result in r is equal to, its value is ax square plus ay square plus az square. So ax, ay, az, they are the rectangular component. They are components along x-axis, y-axis, z-axis respectively. So this is your resolution of vector.